Can you please tell me your name and age?
My name is Fortino de la Garza, and I am 15 years old.
What are your earliest memories of the motion picture company Universal Studios, such as movies associated with Universal?
Some movies that I can remember from Universal Studios are Jaws, that's a very famous one, E.T., and that's about it. Those were two great movies made by Universal Studios.
What made these movies enjoyable to you?
I know I just really like the movies. Like Jaws. About a shark. The shark did some things, and about E.T. how the kids they helped the alien go from outer space, go back there. They had to make sure the plant didn't die because if it did, E.T. would die. And they had to it was really cool. They hit him and all that too. Like that was one of my favorite movies. They're also very family orientated movies. Like they brought me and my family. We all got together. We watched the movies. And we all had a good time watching them.
How did these movies influence your decision to visit Universal Studios?
Once they influenced my decision because once I found out there was actually rides at E.T. and Jaws, like I immediately I wanted to go because I wanted to see how the rides were. The Jaws ride they took it away back in like 2010, but back when we went there a long time ago when we were younger, we had a great time at the Jaws ride. That was definitely my favorite ride of all time. And the ET ride, that one was like more of like a calm, relaxed, go on there with your family. You see all the cool sightings and stuff like that. And I just had a really good time there.
How early or late did you plan this trip?
Well, we were thinking about the trip for about a month. We were kind of going there for a vacation over spring break, and all our parents got together and we decided, this is where we want to go because when we went there when we were younger, we didn't really know too much about the place. We didn't know like what we were doing. We didn't really know, that much. But this time, we were able to experience the full thing. But with our entire family this time, we had numerous amounts of family there, and that was their first time going. And that was our second time going, and then we had another family that was the third time going, all of us together we had an amazing time.
Who all went on this trip with you?
My intermediate family, my stepfather, my cousins and their family, and my other cousins.
Where did you reside before the trip?
Before the trip, we resided in a small town outside of Universal. Outside of there, we stayed in a small town. Just right before we got to Universal, it was called Kissimmee, Florida. We had a great time there. It was a big old house. There was wildlife around outside. There was a 2-story house. There was a pool. There was a hot tub. There was a lot of stuff there, and we had fun. It was just really fun there. I think we had more fun at the house than we actually did at Universal, just because everybody was together the whole time. We cooked, we barbecued, we played sports outside. There was an arcade room in there. There was a bunch of stuff to do there.
What were the initial first emotions and feelings entering the park?
When I first got there, I was amazed because I couldn't remember any of this stuff back when I was younger, when I was 7. I didn't remember what I was doing when I was 7. I didn't remember nothing. But now this time when I went there, I was blown away. The scenery around there was amazing. It just made you feel like, you were actually in the moment. Everything was just so beautiful.
How was the atmosphere once inside the park? Was it loud or quiet, etc.?
It was very loud. There was so many people there. I'd say it was about a couple thousand people in each park. It was a lot. There was people walking around dressed up in comic characters. Other people with their families. There was other people from other countries visiting there. There was just all kinds of people there. It was really fun, and it was a place that you could get lost if you didn't actually have your family right next to you. So it was just so huge, and there was so many people around there. And the lines to the rides, it went all the way up to about 80 minutes to 100 minutes to 150, just because that's how good the rides were.
Was the park very welcoming and did it have enjoyable scenery?
It was very welcoming. You know, there was so many families there, just taking their kids there, just have fun or on the trip, vacations, birthday. It was fun. The scenery was good as well. There was a lot of people there. You know, sometimes they have a karaoke night. They have like rappers. They go over there to sing, singers, dancers. They have all that. They go on to perform there. Like Jason Derulo, he was asking to go there the Saturday after we left, and we were kind of bummed that we kind of missed that.
Which character or daily show was your favorite to interact with, and why were they so enjoyable?
There was a bunch of characters walking around, such as Beetlejuice, Marilyn Monroe, Dora, SpongeBob. There was a lot. There was a lot. It was just really fun. We saw a lot of people there. My favorite show had to have been the Beat Builders. The Beat Builders were a group of guys who dressed up as workers and they just beat it out of anything. They made beats and it was really cool. They were tapping on like buckets. They were tapping on their uh wood. They're just doing fun stuff and just stuff that people could watch and just entertain themselves by.
What were some of the most eye-catching and busiest rides there? Why do you think they were so busy?
Some of the busiest rides would have to have been the Harry Potter rides. They have a whole park of a part of the park dedicated just to Harry Potter because that's how big it is. There was so much people in the Harry Potter place. The rides had up to 100 minutes. One ride had like 180 minutes. And we waited in the lines, and it was, we had a good time waiting in lines. We all like interacted as a family, have fun. It hurt waiting in the lines as well because, we had to stand for that long. It was fun. It was really fun. I think they were the biggest ride just because Harry Potter is a really good, successful series. And everybody was there, people were at the gift shop buying $200 coats, the Harry Potter coats or cloaks, and they were just buying those, and there was like hundreds of people walking around the park. Like in my mind, I was just counting them up, like $200, $400, $600, $800, and so on. That's how much money that place made just off those.
Explain which ride was your favorite.
My favorite rides had to have been, I'm gonna say, the Harry Potter ride. There was one Harry Potter ride. It was like a 3D movie, and it made you feel like you were actually there. It went like they had these little chairs that went up and down, and it was fun. Like it was so fun. It made you feel like you were actually in the moment, and that you were actually like getting attacked by like spiders and etc. It was so fun.
Which part of the park was the most memorable to you, and how come?
The part of the park that was most memorable to me what had to have been, I'm gonna say, Islands of Adventure. Islands of Adventure was really fun because that's where all the Marvel characters were. That's where I actually knew some of the stuff. Like the stuff that was going on there, I knew most of what was happening, and I knew like what everybody was doing, etc. It was really fun. Me and Fly had a great time over there. The Hulk ride was really fun. The roller coaster. There was other roller coasters like the Harry Potter roller coasters, um, and a bunch of other stuff. It was really fun. That had to have been the most memorable part of the park.
Which attraction did you really feel got into the theme? Did it really touch on the aspects of the movie slash the show from the setting?
Definitely, again, the Harry Potter. The Harry Potter, they just tied so well with the rides. Like the people who made the ride, they really got into a character with the everything was so good. Just to the carts itself, the ride, to the scenery around it, the big old like mansions and hotels around it. Even they had like the snow day. They had everything there. It was really fun. It tied really well with the rides. They even had these wands at the gift shops that you could buy. They were $50. And actually, in the Harry Potter town, you could actually interact with your wands. You could interact with the stuff around there. So, like, let's say there's a bucket of water hanging from the ceiling. You could like, wave your wand at it, and the bucket would fall down. Like you could splash water on somebody. My cousin actually did that to my brother, and brother got soaking wet. He was kind of mad about it, but I mean, he got over it. And you could also see other kids doing it, waving their wands around. There's a bunch of kids asking the parents, "Mom, mom, mom, can I have one of these? Can I have one of these?" And of course, parents bought it. Also, in one of the rides, like when you're waiting, they have the Goblin and Green Bank. Oh my gosh, that was so realistic. They had these animatronics there. You know, they look so realistic. You know, my brother even made a joke saying one of them looked like Donald Trump, and we all started laughing. They were just they look so realistic. You know, like, and they were just looking at you with their eyes, and it seemed very creepy.
Would you recommend taking this trip to others? Do you feel they would really enjoy the trip like you did?
I'd recommend the trip to most part. It just depends. Like, if you're not really gonna do that much walking and stand up that long, I don't feel like you would like the trip as much as we did. But we had so much fun at the trip. The most time you're gonna be waiting is about 60 minutes on average per ride. But you can also buy express passes that'll shorten the lines up to like 20 minutes, and those came in really key. We also had these guys that would also give us free passes just because of their cousin's birthday, and that we were on having like a little family reunion. So we basically got like free express pass the whole week, and that came in like clutch. Like that was really good. But you know, I definitely recommend the park though to some younger people. Like I'd say about 20 and younger, but there were also like but a bunch of older people there, you know, that were still into that stuff, and they you can tell they were having so much fun.
Rate your overall trip, 1 being really bad while 10 being outstanding/perfect.
100.
What are your reasons for your rating?
Cause we all interacted and had so much fun. Like we spent so much time with our family that we knew we learned some things that we didn't know about them. They learned something that we didn't know about them. We all had fun, even at the vacation house. We stayed in the pool all day to where our lips were getting purple and we were turning blue. And we had fun. We were actually having fun. Like, I never knew, like, I would actually have that much fun just by staying around some family.
What are some other trips you would take? Name at least 3 examples.
I'd probably want to go to Miami, California, and Las Vegas.